Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Anna. Today I would like to invite you to step by step with this beautiful collection Blue Line from Stamperia. Take a look how gorgeous papers you will find in this paper pad. Absolutely perfect for mixed media, for scrapbooking project. The choice is absolutely yours. You have plenty of beautiful elements to choose and use. So today I will be creating a card. My card is going to be a DL size, so it's going to be 10 by 20 centimeters. I have my papers already cut and I will start attaching them to my card bases. Now, the way how I like to create my cards, that I also like to keep a white margin from my card bases. So the papers I've cut out slightly smaller than my card base, so it's roughly half centimeter less in width and length. So I'm starting with attaching double-sided tape to my elements, which I will be sticking at the back and in the center and also in front. As you can see, I've distressed the edges with using scissors and I also ink them using distress ink. So let's start. Let's create this card and you will have an idea how you can use the elements from this collection to build a composition, to build the layers, and how you can use the elements. Obviously, this is just a simple example. You don't have to follow the same idea. You can use in your own free choice. So let's start with adding the paper at the back of my card. So as you can see, I've added the double-sided tape, which I did say earlier on, and I also add in a bit of a tacky glue. Now, double-sided tape is also good adhesive. However, sometimes it doesn't stick very well and sometimes it tends to come apart. So it's always good to add a bit of a glue just for security. It will hold in places. So once my back of the card is covered, now I'm moving on to the center of my card. So I'm repeating the same process. So I'm peeling off the back of my double-sided tape. I'm also adding a bit of a glue just to secure it well. And then I'm adhering to the card base. Now you can use any glue of your choice. It can be tacky glue, it can be PVA glue, anything whatever you work. So just grab and use. Now in the center of my card where the messages for the recipient will be, I'm also adding a bit of a card. And I went for the white cardstock this time. I'm not using any colored paper as I usually would have. The reason I'm not using the paper pad because I just like to keep it plain and simple in the place where the message will be written for the recipients. So that's the purpose for this tutorial today. So now I'm moving on to decorate the front of my card. So again, I'm starting with adding double-sided tape to my bottom layer. Now, the middle of the layers, I always like to raise a little bit. So for that purpose, I'm using double-sided foam tape. Now, if you don't have a foam tape, you can use, for example, foam squares. You can use chipboard or even crafty foam or even cardboard. Anything what will create a bit of a dimension. Basically, it will lift your layers a little bit, so it's not going to be as flat as using just a glue or double-sided tape. Now, I like to also add a bit of a hot glue just to secure it well. I know the double-sided tape stick very well. However, the elements what I will be using on top, it might have a bit of a weight to it. And also, especially with creating with paper flowers, some of them they're quite heavy. Depends what the centers they are made with. So it's always good to secure it well with adding a bit of a hot glue. That way you have security. It will hold in place. So I have my elements which I will be using in my composition, and I will start with adjusting my tags a little bit. As you can see, I've made a hole in center of them and I will pull a bit of a string through so they will look like a tags. Now in a few seconds you will see that I went off and add the reinforcers to them. Now that's the step what you don't have to follow. You don't have to do it in the same order. Because I had these reinforcers on hand, so I thought I'm going to use it just to add the extra, highlight to my tags so they will look a little bit different. But like I said, if you don't have reinforcers, then by all means, you don't have to use them. The pulling string through the center is absolutely fine. So what I will do now, I will leave you with the music when I will be playing with elements, when I will be trying and deciding where I'm going to place them. I'm going to reach out for a bit of a lace, just to add a bit of a vintage look to my card. If you don't have a laces, then by all means you can skip this step. I also will be adding a bit of a cheesecloth. I also will take a few die cut elements just to fill my composition. So you will see everything what's happening in a few moments. So I hope you will enjoy the process, and I will meet you towards the end of the tutorial. So here it is. My card is almost ready. Now, to add a bit of a finish touches, I'm reaching out for this beautiful glamour sparks. So I'm going to just attach them using glue in few places, just to add extra, bling bling to my card. And to finish off, I'm going to just create a splatters using distress inks. So that's everything for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have an idea how to use the elements from this paper pad, how you can create a lovely composition, and just to stretch your imagination to create something unique. So I hope you enjoyed it and you will create something similar. If you do, please tag me in your social media, so I will be happy to visit your profile and leave you a comment. And that's everything, my beautiful friends. Take care, all the very best, and I will talk to you super soon. Bye for now.